last video was on drip, on the drip faucet and how that works. So the next one will just cover the Animal Farm page, the Animal Farm site, but specifically the drip garden. So the Animal Farm has all these farms, these pools, pig pen. We're not worried about that right now. We're just looking at the garden. Now the garden is claimed to be a little higher risk than, say, the drip, but you can make a little more. You can supposedly up around 3% a day is the return you could be seeing. Now I'm making this video just to show that you can enter with a really small amount. You don't have to have tens of thousands of dollars. Obviously, if you start slower, or if you start lower with, say, I started with 14 plants just, I think, a couple days ago. That's a really low entry point because they're only about $6 a piece. So that is possible to start that low. It's just going to take us longer to compound our earnings and get more plants. So the name of the game here is plants, as I've been saying. Each plant generates a certain number of seeds a day. This is my total seeds per day, and this is how many I have available. Now, once this available amount reaches enough for a new plant, I'll have an option here to buy a new plant. And that's basically like on drip, where we have this rehydrate button to compound. Planting is what's compounding here. So it's a similar concept, and then the seeds are what we would harvest. That's how we would harvest out that this is our available value that we could harvest or use to plant. Now, the fun part about this game is that you do have to kind of time it. If you plant in the middle, where you say you've gotten enough seeds for a whole plant, but then you let your seeds keep going, you miss that moment to go ahead and plant again, then you're actually going to lose the seeds that are left over. So it's kind of an exact increment, and you lose those seeds. You might as well wait for it to loop back around. So someone's made this handy little calculator, which I'll try to link in the description. But you throw your wallet in here. It tells you how much you're making a day. You know, at the current price, I'm making about this 0.073 LP, or about $3 a day, and I'm making about half a plant a day. You know, we want to get that number up, but obviously that happens through compounding. I've already been able to plant one plant, and this was taking over 2 days, and so just planting that extra plant, now I'm at 1 day and something. So it's decreased the amount of time it takes me to be able to plant again. So it's just going to keep increasing not only the daily value, but how quickly we can grow that amount. That's really the power of compounding and why this is so amazing of a platform and game. And it's just fun, this strategy here. So, this calculator would show you when you can get each next new plant. And I think what this isn't taking into account here is actually, I'm gonna look into this calculator a little further. I don't know if this is just the next plant or if this is the optimal times to gather plants, factoring in say gas fees and fees to do that. Because obviously, if you're at a smaller level, you may not want to do it at every single next plant, and that may be what this is reflecting, is more optimal than just the next plant. But this is a great calculator. A lot of people are using this to help plan their strategy for harvesting or planting. Obviously, I'll just be compounding for a while until this daily value here goes up quite a bit, and then start maybe harvesting. Once you get to a good comfortable number, you might harvest once a week, once a month, whatever suits your strategy. With this one, with the garden, you really want to hydrate a whole lot more than you claim, just to outrun the depreciation of the price, because that is actually going to happen. I don't know how long this portion will stretch out, but that's kind of where we're at as far as I know. I mean, it's kind of been hovering around $6 for a few days, but from hearing others who were in this at the beginning, I think it started in December, somewhere around there. They said the plant prices were $15, $14, so they have halved at least. So we might be nearing the bottom here, and maybe we'll start seeing some appreciation again, or we're just going to bottom out for a long while, and the actual price may not go up that much. But again, it doesn't matter if you're compounding properly. If you're mostly compounding and not claiming too often, then you'll outrun that decline in the actual value, and you'll still be getting way over 1% in return, which is nice. So that's the garden. To hop into this, I don't know if this one also has referrals that I'm missing. It might be a separate. Here it is. I don't know if that apply. This may not actually apply to the garden, but it may apply to this whole site. I'm not sure. I've not referred anyone yet. So if you want to hop in under me, I'll throw the link just so you can get in there with it. If it's like drip, you have to have someone that you're under, but I'm not certain on the garden if that's true. But to hop in here, when you first get in, if you want to get into the garden, you will have to connect your wallet to PancakeSwap and then to this site, to the animal.farm. And on the Liberate page is where you will actually throw in your tokens to get the tokens that you actually need to then go to the garden and buy your first plants. So that's the steps. So you'll start off at Liberation and then Garden, kind of like on Drip, how you come from Swap to then the faucet. On this page, you'll come from Liberation and then to Garden. So again, not strict financial advice or recommendations, just something I'm hopping into with a very small amount, and we'll see where it goes. Could be an epic fail, could be amazing gains. So let's see where it goes and keep following along. Thanks.